What you are about to witness will contain violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and may leave you doubting who you thought you were. Proceed at your own risk.
Step 1. Conjuration. Gather your power. Step 2. Divination. Locate your source. Step 3. Convocation. Fold space and bring the source.
I gave you what you asked of me.
You gave me nothing in return! And then I waited!
I wouldn't. Do not mistake this for punishment. This is an equal trade. Now look around you. What you have made.
You call on me again! Never!
Forget the past.
Life doesn't always give us what we deserve, it gives us what we need.
As our existence wanes and dies, legends remain.
We are the kings, the sentinels of the future.
Many even claim they've lived their lives in beauty.
What does it mean to be good or be evil?
And at the crossroads, be who they want you to be, or be who you're born to be.
Legendary ranges. Steel. Cells.
Everything comes at a cost!
Don't forget the river.
Our heroes huddle around a table, their faces illuminated by the golden glow of a warm collagen light. Tension hangs heavy in the air as they discuss their path forward. It's unclear what mission or task they may be undertaking, and as they debate their options, the focus is solely on something in front of them. But little do they know, while they are focused on this choice, someone has found them and is already well on his way. For 4 long years, he's been seeking answers to questions that have remained a mystery, plaguing him, haunting him. Perhaps he will get some of those answers today. Perhaps not.
The future has a way of arriving unannounced. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. And nobody knows what's next, but everybody does it. How many times have they shifted without realizing it? Did you survive that car crash? Or just slip into a reality where you did? Backwards, forward, sideways. The future, many, many futures, rely solely on us. Welcome to the darkness. Your eyes will adjust in time.
Do you find yourself as excited for pizza night today as you did when you were a kid? Why not? Our pizza is more than just a pizza. It's a flavor experience like one you've never had, or one you've long forgotten. Come try something truly out of this world, and remember why pizza night existed in the first place. At Mandela's Pizza, we cater to all kinds of tastes, using only the freshest ingredients from the very same local farmers that supply the Union Square Green Market. Our unique and creative topping combinations are sure to satisfy any craving, or introduce a new one. And the best part, you can create your own masterpiece, just the way you remember it. So why wait? Come to Mandela's and experience a taste of the past with a twist of the present. The possibilities are endless. A good pizza brings people together, no matter where they're from. Bring your friends and family to Mandela's today. Mandela's Pizza. If you can think it, you can have it.
Everything I've done, I have done for the love of pizza.
Do you find yourself as excited?
Okay, so we're calling, yeah?
Yes. I'm realizing we haven't eaten much since coming here.
Can you use your... Sorry.
My
There.
Apple iPhone 11, yes, I suppose I can, actually.
Right.
Calling who?
I believe...
The pizza shops, I think.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
How?
They use the Apple iPhone 11 to communicate with people. There are at least 10 other types of this one in particular, but I believe there are others, like the Samsung.
Razroth?
Yes.
That's not a fruit.
Yes, no, but it has an image of one on the back. I assume that's why they call it an apple.
Okay. And how is that supposed to cool? What was it, Pisa?
Yeah.
I think it's similar to how Titus can communicate telepathically, but gives people who do not have the ability to do so.
Why didn't you say so? It's infused with... Okay, fine. Okay. Sorry.
No, I'm still trying to get a grasp of what I know and what I know.
All right. So you'll use it to divine this Pisa and somehow it can detect you. I imagine there's some sort of detection, intuition on their side. Do they also have apples or is it some other fruit?
I'll have to check. Titus, you said Pisa. Did you see where we could get Pisa?
Yeah, there's places everywhere. You'd see it in those big flashy lights.
Okay, I'll use Google and ask for Pisa near us.
Good idea.
Okay, there seems to be one close by, and they have a website as well, similar to, I suppose, the name we likely shouldn't mention.
How can we trust it? How can we trust anything this goo gives us?
Now you care about trust.
Listen, I didn't take the test. Because of you.
Took a while to get there, though, didn't it?
But here I am. No?
I think everyone just needs to eat something. So, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Pisa.
And I click the website of the nearest Pisa shop and open up the menu. The closest is Mandela Pizza. They seem to have quite a large collection of pizzas. And I'll just show everyone. Which one do you want?
You know, just have like a pepperoni or something. That's what I can't see. That's what other
what's a
vegan
pepperoni?
used to eat. It's like a meat sort of constitute thing, you know, like a bunch of different things just sort of slammed together. I think I remember it tasting good. I mean, it's not really a memory, is it? It's kind of like a hint of a memory. I don't know how to describe that. I wonder if it tastes different.
Oh, yeah, I want that one. That one.
That one?
The pepperoni and the mushrooms. And then Pisa Bagels. Those. That's what I want.
Right.
I'm eating all of it. I'm not sharing.
I assume we should be fine getting one each. So, yes, you can have that to yourself. If anyone else?
I mean, how are we actually paying for this? Because I am flat broke, I'm going to be honest.
I assume I had some way to sustain myself before I became this, so I assume I can pay for it. Right.
Great, pizza's on the road.
Wait.
Well,
I'll take two in that case.
2? Okay.
Wait, you're getting 2?
Yeah, and one for later, like in the morning.
Well, I want
I think
2
this
then.
one is actually made with dog. It
have
says
2 as well.
hot dog. What is a hot? Is it just? Does anyone know?
I think I
I
saw.
like dogs. I can't eat a dog.
I think I saw a dog before. It was kind of like a
I
sea
can't
heart,
support-
no?
I can't support someone that would. Huh?
I mean, it.
One second. I'm gonna goo what hot dog is.
Maybe they just have this creature stand over some fire and then it sweats onto the food. You know, it's a hot dog, but the actual food isn't the creature.
Oh, yeah. It's a sausage. Why would they call it a?
Oh, sausage.
I'll take that
okay.
one.
Okay.
A hot dog.
Would you like 2 as well?
Yeah, I'll also take what Vega's having. How about she's having?
Okay.
Yeah, what is that one there? It's got like pickles on it and whatever that yellow sauce is. Yeah, I'll have one of those. That looks pretty good.
One of these? Okay. The cheeseburger. Okay. Leah, did you pick one already?
Vega picked one out for me, I think.
Okay. Okay. Arufir.
Yes.
Which one would you like?
Oh, the chicken, perhaps.
According to this, many of them have chicken. You don't mind which? Or...
Yes. If I'm going to be hand-fed poison from the enemy, it might as well taste like something familiar.
Well, that would be foul play, wouldn't it?
Oh my god.
Oh, I understand. I'll get you. Well, I'm getting the meteor.
I expected
that has chicken on
Titus.
it. I can get that for you as well, Arufia.
It hurts because I understand you so well.
Fine, whatever.
Okay. And apparently today is buy one get one free, so I won't be paying as much as it's originally calculated.
The charity?
Maybe. Or
What is that?
they
It
have
says-
too much they need to give away. It
May-
seems like this is a place of plenty, so that wouldn't surprise me.
What is a Pisa bagel?
I don't know, but there's a gluten-free option for it.
Oh, well, then that's the charity, clearly.
There you go.
Should
It makes a lot of sense.
Should we get another
Should
one
we
of
get
them?
some of
then?
those to participate in the charity?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I don't see why
Free
not.
the glutens. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We should. I think whoever I was before lived or occasionally came here, Jude, because address is already in this.
Oh.
So I suppose that means we probably ordered from. They probably ordered from here before as well.
How
but it should
good
be
of
arriving
friends
in
are we
about
talking
30
here, Raz? Like, I'm watching your cat, and your phone has my address in it for Liza.
As far as I can remember, it was just good.
Quick, how many mouth cleaners are in the bathroom?
Let me check. That's a good question. Let me check.
I seem to remember I was very good just using a bottle of whiskey for that. So, I mean, if Jude has anything like that, that could work.
It's one.
Okay, so I think my memory serves correct then. Just friends. I think I knew you at a younger age then. Of course, I knew you, Jude.
Yeah, it's good. Nice.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole me, I in this world, you.
Yes, it's
so
confusing.
You as you are right now is some sort of amalgamation of yourself and yourself here.
Yes,
it explains your attire.
Yes, I think we overwrit, for lack of a better term, the versions of ourselves from here.
Then, if what the mage said is correct, then who dressed me?
That's actually a good point.
What even is this?
I think it's a napkin for the Pisa.
You know, that makes perfect sense, actually.
That's what I was thinking.
But it looks like it's made out of very nice fabric. You wouldn't want to get it dirty.
Well, I mean, you all describe this place as a place of plenty, no?
Oh, it looks nice, but it doesn't feel nice. No, it's a napkin.
All
In
right.
general, the quality is just these garments is just not very high.
Okay,
Yeah,
then.
thanks for lending me this, by the way, Jude.
Yeah, of course.
That other stuff is really finicky to put on. I don't know who would ever choose to dress like that.
Someone who cleans their mouths with alcohol, evidently.
Maybe she knew something we didn't. Oh, I'll get it.
You sure? Okay.
Did the alarm just go off?
No, I think that was the doorbell.
It is definitely
Okay.
paid for already. Okay, good. Do you mean a tip?
Yeah, alerting if they're here.
He's asking for a tip?
Walking in the rain is the same as running in the rain. You get equally as wet.
In the rain. Get equally as wet.
If you fasten those laces, perhaps maybe you might not drop pizzas.
You must temper
that's not very
the
nice.
steel. The blade needs to be tempered properly, or else it's gonna shatter. Very brittle.
Correct.
The heat.
All right. Well, he wasn't very happy with me. There you go. There.
We gave him 3 tips.
We did.
Yeah, it's more than I think is the average, so he should be pretty happy. I don't know why he was face like thunder. Okay, so who had what? This is some sort of, I don't know. I think this is yours. There.
Oh, thank you.
And this one, maybe? Jude? What is that?
Yeah.
Looks really interesting. Is that what you meant to order? You want that? Okay, you got the hot dog. Okay, right. Okay, sure. Is this yours, Arafir? Maybe chicken?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. And I guess you can choose between these two. Raz, Titus.
Yes, no.
I think this one's mine.
Take that one.
Well, here's the poison.
Here's the poison.
What's the poison?
If it's poison, it tastes pretty good.
The poison. So that's a cheeseburger you're eating then?
Apparently. On a pizza.
I think the dog biscuits tasted better.
It's weird. It's like exactly how I thought it would taste. But better.
Yes, it's... I
Really?
don't recognize it, but I recognize it.
I thought it would kind of taste like flicking, but it doesn't at all. But I like it more.
I'm not sure I like this.
It's just like a better flatbread, but it's rich. It's really rich.
Oh. Vega, there's another half in here.
What is that? What is that?
It
What?
smells like fish.
Flatbread?
I imagine so. It reminds me of home, of Blakegard.
Now you mention it, it does look kind of similar.
I know when we were ordering, all I could think of was I hope it tastes like food at home because I'm not very adventurous.
I kind of like it more than food at home. It was pretty good.
Does everyone eat this all the time?
I don't know. I don't think I could eat this all the time. I'm already quite full.
You've had like one bite.
Yes.
Why is it spicy?
Your one did have images of jalapenos near the name of it. I assumed you noticed that.
I think it's pronounced jalapenos.
I'm not getting that.
Is that more?
I'll go
Pfizer? We don't want
Yes,
any more.
Coming.
Train
Maybe he wants
morning,
another tip.
afternoon, and eve. Exactly. I thought so too.
Hey there, don't be alarmed. I know who you are. I'm here to help.
Who are you?
I'm a friend. I'm a friend. Tim McLaughlin. Can I come in?
Give me a moment. I'm gonna close the door in his
That didn't sound like the pizza guy.
Who is that?
Wasn't. And I'm gonna approach everyone and just go. I'm honestly frightened to say the name, knowing how much power names seem to have, but
It's
someone who
Tim.
knows us.
Tim McLaughlin.
Is he powering up?
Tim.
I don't know.
I don't
but
know.
he
God
said
damn,
he
I'm
knows
coming
who we
in.
are.
God, you left the door open. You left the door open. I'm coming in. Tim, oh, my pizza came through. I'm glad they got that on the order.
It was that what that was.
Yeah, pizza bagels. In New York, you know.
I'm sorry, pizza?
Yeah, pizza. You're eating it. What do you think it is?
It's not pizza.
No.
That doesn't make
some
any
New Yorkers,
sense.
They call it pizza pie sometimes, but
Then why is it not spelled with two of the little hat letters rather than the swooshy dot ones? That doesn't make any sense.
Swooshy dot ones. What the?
Who are you and what are you doing in our abode?
I'm gonna shut the door. I know you came here from the rabbit.
How?
You set off one of my alarms.
What alarms?
alarms that let me know when, fabric of reality is kind of being torn apart. That sort of thing. One of y'all did that, or all y'all, I don't know. Are you yourself?
I am me.
Elaborate. What exactly?
Wait. Don't tell him a thing. We have no idea who he is. Well, don't talk
I'm Tim
to him.
McLaughlin. I've said it like 4 times now.
Great. And I'm Eve Beauregard. I can make up any name I want.
Okay, Eve. I mean, I've got some ID on me if you'd like. I mean, it says when NYPD it's a lie, but it does say it.
Well, then why would you give it to me if it's fake? You just proving
the
my
name's
point.
right. The organization ain't.
Yeah, but if it's fake, you made it, right? Then
Yeah, of course I made it.
Fake.
Well, I mean, I suppose so. You have. I guess you wouldn't be that trusting here. How long you been in New York? I guess we
New York.
How
I've
long
been
have
here for a
you
little
been in
bit.
New York?
I don't know. Let's see. I was in Boston for a while. Went to Athmore for a bit, and then I was. There's nothing there, so I ended up leaving. But I mean, if my guess is you've been here since yesterday, right? You know, February 13th.
How do you know about the rabbit?
I know about it. I've been looking for it for fucking ever. I saw it once, then it wasn't there. God damn them.
And why are you calling it the rabbit?
What was that?
Why are you calling it the rabbit?
Well, because it's called the Lucky Rabbit.
It must be
That's its
the one.
name.
Are you going to explain to us why you're here?
Yeah, I wanted to figure out how you got here. I've been looking into this shit for 4 years now. And, you did some sort of similar, but one of you did some sort of similar magics or spells or whatever you want to call them to something that happened 4 fucking years ago.
What happened 4 years ago?
Oh, you know, just almost the fabric of reality collapsing. You know, stuff like that.
What does that mean?
Well, you can.
I think it means it's pretty apparent. The fabric of reality was almost about to collapse. Time was looping in on itself over and over and over and over and over and over and over for like, I don't know, I would do it as many times as it was, but it was like 730 something. I'm real excited to meet y'all. I've been looking forward to this, let me tell you. I wasn't expecting to actually find it. I was almost gonna toss the damn case away. Andrew was getting on my ass for it, and still wanted to visit a family.
An alarm.
Yeah, you triggered my. Listen, I dabble a little bit. All right, damn it.
You dabble in what?
Magic, the guttery kind or whatever. Your trick called it gutter magic. Felt insulting.
Read the magic he emanates or uses and see if I can recognize it.
Thank God. Can't keep anything straight. Oh, there it is.
20 success.
Mind if I have this napkin? Oh, great. Hey.
So that's Matrix. I'll let you
Go ahead,
have
I
it.
guess.
The roll, but if you want, you can roll your other magic for this. But
Yes, I just misclicked
the information's going to be different. We'll go with your Matrix roll, but the information's going to be slightly different.
Yeah.
This is like a very, very, very weak magic user in front of you. Like probably y'all when you were 5 years old.
Oh, that's kind of, honestly, kind of insulting that we triggered that.
It's good, you know.
Yeah,
Thanks for ordering it, by the way.
enjoying it.
Yeah, no problem. Saw a real pissed off pizza guy walk by, though.
Can I feel for any other alarms that he might have set?
Oh, sure. The alarm itself was not like 5-year-old magic, but the magic he's using currently right now, or that you can feel from him, is very weak. So I think,
Okay, well, that's even more interesting.
yeah, I think you'd probably think to yourself, well, that's, you know, how can somebody like this, set up an alarm that's that intense? But yeah.
Who helped you set that alarm that we triggered?
Who helped me?
Yes.
Damn it. I would say, Well, it was trick. It was trick. I can't do it all on my own. I've read the books and, whatnots and the who's its and end up having to... everything uses fucking blood. I hate it. I hate it. Like, I ain't squeamish, but it's just annoying.
Okay.
Who's trick?
I cast a glance at Titus when he says that.
Trick? Who trick?
Didn't answer my question.
Some weirdo. Pornomancer, I think is what he called himself. I don't know. What? So many people are talking at once. I'm sorry. You gotta go one at a time.
I raise my pizza in the air.
Yeah, you with the pizza.
What? Which one?
The one holding it up. There's only... Okay, now there's two. Now, yeah, I see. All right, yeah, smart guy.
What is a pornomancer?
Oh, God. Well, basically someone that fucks to get magic.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Where are you from? Have you not heard of porn before? It's all over the internet. Magazines
goo.
back.
On the goo?
The goo. Well, that happens sometimes.
You don't suppose that pies are made from porn magic, do you?
No, pizza is a food. Nothing to do with it. It's just cooking. It's just cooking.
I don't think you can do magic, mister.
No, Titus, I assure you he can, just not the level that was needed to detect us.
How do you not know what pizza is? You have an apartment here. You ordered the damn thing. How do you not know what that is?
I still think the pronunciation is wrong, but...
All right, well, great. That makes me even more concerned.
Good.
Where did you come from? Which fucking version of New York did you come from?
You're in our apartment, apparently. So where did you come from? Why are you? How did you even find us?
I told you my alarm went off. I got an apartment like a few blocks away, down on 14th.
How did you manage to combine 3 and 4 into one word? 14th?
14th. 14. 1 4. Do you not have numbers? Where you from? Where the hell are y'all from? What?
Canada.
You're from Canada. Where in Canada?
The north.
Ah, okay, the north, yeah. The tundra? I mean, that would explain your backwards knowledge of everything.
Yeah.
Listen, I know you're lying. It's fine. I'm here to help. Seriously. Like, I'm looking into...
You've...
Fucking the universe collapsing.
Prove it.
This shit isn't supposed to happen.
Prove the universe is collapsing.
Or prove you can do magic.
Or
me not showing up with my... God damn it. Okay, fine. Fuck. I don't know. What do you want me to do? I can't do that much.
What's your job description?
Well, I mean, what, officially or off the record? Now, I'll do both. Officially unemployed, fired from Boston PD. Unofficially paranormal investigator under a thing I can't say because they didn't really ever tell me.
And your lineage?
My lineage? I don't know. My ma is from Brooklyn. My pa is from Boston, born and raised. He was a Southie for a while. Irish heritage. What does that matter? My parents have been dead for like 5 years.
My condolences.
Thanks. They were shitheads. It's fine.
I turn to Vega and say, so he's not a ranger then?
No, God, no, but I am looking into them.
What do you know about them?
Quite a bit. I mean, the Rangers are one, Rangers are many. They dodged the hell out of me. I think I bumped into one once and almost shit myself.
As he says Rangers, I'd like to read his mind.
What does he get from your brain? It's a partial success.
I mean, I've been closing in on the ranges of one and many. I've been trying to find them. I'm not sure which one's actually good. I'm kind of honestly thinking a little bit of... yeah, I'm kind of leaning a little towards Manger the One, frankly. But even then, I don't know. It kind of seems strange. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck this Garoon is. And I'm real excited to meet these people. Real fucking excited. Been looking for this for a long time. Last encounter I had was 3 years ago, I think, with Andrea. All in my head. That's there, correct. Though.
I think the dog treats were better. I'll wash it down with one of those.
You eating dog bit? What the hell? I mean, I guess they're food grade, but...
Much stronger taste.
God.
So let me get this straight, because I'll be quite honest with you. Your magic, at least what I can read off of you, it's quite pathetic. And you,
well,
you mentioned...
So I'd say it's above average, but okay.
Average must be very different here.
I guess so. No, it's...
So,
as I said, I cut
from someone.
I did, yes. I got help from a Pornomancer. They call me like a gutter magic or whatever. It's basically, I can do real basic shit. If I can read something, which I can read very well, thank you very much, I can usually follow and get rituals and whatnots. That's kind of what we did here for the alarm. Well, not here, but the general area of this part of New York.
Okay, and how can you help us with the multiverse collapsing?
Well, listen, you came here from who knows where the fuck, and I've been looking for people coming from somewhere else because bad shit happened 4 years ago. Like, almost everything collapsed, and it just barely squeaked by.
How do you know? What happened?
How do I know? I literally was like studying with and working with two of the people that were in the middle of this shit. Frickin' Lilith, I think she called herself. I don't know, weird dog lady.
Okay, we have time, so let's all eat. Tell what you're talking about. What happened?
Before you do, I would like to... I want to create a bubble of, for lack of term, silence. I want to make sure that everything we say can only be heard by us, because all of these names being dropped, I am antsy. To success. As I close my eyes and focus, and the threads I see coming from people goes down to the point of even just the words people speak. I can see the threads of the directions they go in, and I want to cut them so they don't leave the vicinity of this apartment. There's a room, in fact, I think we're in right now. As to anyone else, just looks like I reach out and snip in front of me, right in front of each of everyone's mouths, before sitting back down with my pizza. Okay, go ahead.
My tinnitus is acting up all of a sudden. What?
It's Titus, actually, but you're excused.
Okay, well, I know one of you now. Doesn't matter. What was the question again? Sorry, it got a little confusing when literally everything kind of went quiet.
What happened 4 years ago?
Oh, God. Well, yeah, 4 years ago yesterday, February 13th, I won't ever forget that fucking day. Athmore, little town out in the middle of the woods. Pretty much someone fucked with time to try to save somebody loved.
The Pornomancer again?
No, not him. Some batshit professor. He studied all sorts of dark magic. With him, his lady friend. And, God, This is secondhand information, I mind you. I wasn't there. I did follow up and look in a couple of spots, but basically the day kept repeating over and over. 732 times, I think. And each reality as it looped collapsed. So we lost that many realities, apparently.
Happened 4 years ago.
Yeah. This professor guy, Theo Ransom, and oh God, what was his name? Doesn't matter. Basically, he kept looping and resetting over and over and pulling people from different realities over and over and over and over to try and save his lady love's life.
I'm going to turn to Titus, and I'm going to tap this out of my head to indicate Titus to telepathically communicate with me right now. And once I feel that connection open, I'm going to just say, in our world 4 years ago, that's when I ended the drought with death magic. I don't know if it's to the day, but our calendar is different to theirs, so I don't know how to convert that, but that number stuck out to me.
Oh, that's barely liquid. How do you say that? Pepsi?
Pepsi.
What is it?
Exactly. Thank you.
It's cola. It's cola. That's a sugar-free one. It's can cause bubble guts.
It's black.
Yeah, it's caramel colored. It's an artificial flavoring and
I like
coloring.
And it's
right?
not poison.
No, it's not poison. It's just a beverage. Just a beverage. I'm sorry. Where are you from? How do you not know any of this?
Well, you said it yourself.
What happened then?
Arrived yesterday. Why would we know any of this?
Because every loop, it was from this here. Everyone had the knowledge. It was just different branches. Every time he took a reality, this Theo guy to save it was Adisa. That was his name. Adisa Bello. He would take people from another reality, or jump to another one, I should say. I don't know. Trick said it was a little weird. It was some sort of reset, but it wasn't a reset. It was just moving to another one. And he said, Theo, there was only one of him. And every time it'd branch, and then he cut off that branch when it didn't work. And he just kept trying to find the one reality where she'd live. But they all knew where they were from. Why don't you know where any of this?
We're aware of where we're from. We just don't trust you.
I mean, I can understand that. Look, I'll tell you what I'm looking for outside of you. You are basically a clue for me, okay? I'm an investigator. I look into things. I'm trying to figure out what happened, how to prevent that sort of thing from ever happening again. A lot of people died. Depending on how you think about it, trillions of people died. Because one man couldn't give up. I'm trying to prevent that shit from happening. So I'm looking for similar things, and that magic that one of you did was very similar to what this Theo guy did. But he was doing a ritual. Big old magic circle with this little triangle symbol and a line through it. That's what Trick showed me. That thing.
Could you draw it for me?
Yeah. Give me a second here. Yeah, here, where's the there it is. Trick said he had it carved into his hand. That symbol right there. I looked it up. In alchemy, ancient alchemy, it's the symbol for aether, wind, breath. Might be something else, I don't know. That's what I can find.
Jude, is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
So how did you stop it? How did you stop reality from...
I
Karen?
didn't.
How'd
I tried. How did they? He died. They broke the cycle. She was a part of the loop apparently. A ranger came in, as a matter of fact. But he was one of the versions of one of the people in this group. And they were able to disrupt the ritual well enough to stop it. Apparently she lived. He did not. I don't know. The trick said this guy said some weird shit about some pale lady, and he killed himself, but then came back at one point, and nasty business. I don't know. But they apparently were able to stop it. But I'm guessing the damage was still done. Listen, I don't know if it'll help or not. There are 3 people I'm looking for. I don't know. Maybe it's one of you, maybe not. I don't know. But all over the city, there's these damn dummy corporations. There's this Auric, Ceres, and Lazarus. Those are 3 people I'm looking for. They seem to be tied into this, and I don't know how. But their names keep popping up when I'm looking around.
I look to Vega when he says that.
You're doing this alone? You don't think you're a little bit over your head right now?
I got Andrea watching my back, but am I over my head? You don't even know what pizza is. How do you survive in this damn city?
With magic, how do you survive in this universe?
What do you mean? I got a side piece. I got communication. I know how to investigate, keep my nose clean when I can. What do you mean, how do I survive? Sorry, what?
You have a side pizza.
No side pizza. A gun. Weapon. What? How? Where are you from? How did you come from, like, a New York that doesn't have pizza, that doesn't have guns, that doesn't have... What? This is...
Would a New York without guns be worse than here?
I don't know. I'd just be different. It'd probably be better, frankly. But, you know, don't say that to some people, I guess.
You mentioned that Andrea is watching your back. Are they?
She's my partner.
Aware of where you're at right now?
Yeah. Well, I don't. No, I didn't tell her I was going out. She gets in my case for doing that. Putting a bit of trust that you're not going to kill me, admittedly. You said my magic's weak as hell, and how do I survive? So, but I had to know. I had to come here. I had to figure this out. I didn't know if you'd leave. I had to come here immediately.
Let's say we did accept your help. What was your plan after that? Where did you plan on going? Who did you plan on speaking to?
I guess it depends on what I learn, honestly. I'm trying to get information. I'm trying to do that, and maybe... Trick mentioned this bartender, the rabbit, this lucky rabbit, and that she knew a lot, and that she did help them when they needed it, and I was maybe gonna try to track her down. Jazz, was that her name?
What did you say the name of the person who had to die to stop all that from happening? What did you say his name was again?
Theo Ransom.
I glanced at Erifia. Do you feel that?
What? Look what I found. Wands. Would you like one?
Is that a lighter? No, it's those are screwdrivers. Those are basic tools. It's like
right.
To open screw, but no, it's not wands.
Wouldn't mind having one, or if
it does look like a focus.
Thank you.
It's not. It's a screwdriver. There's like a dime a dozen.
It could be useful.
Okay, tell us this then. If you are who you say you are, and that's all well and good, but What assurances do we have to trust you?
I mean, I can keep giving you more information. What do you want to know? I can try to answer what I've learned.
You said 3 names.
Yeah.
I don't want you to say them again. But tell me about them.
Okay, one of you said don't talk about them. One of you said do talk about them.
I just don't want you to say their names.
All right, I guess. I that's the thing. I don't know.
You said them in succession of one another.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how
Are you
they're
an S
involved.
and an L? You don't know? You're sure?
I wish I did. That's part of what I'm looking into.
What was your
How
name
did you
again?
find out? Sorry, Jude.
Say again.
What was your name again?
Tim McLaughlin.
Tim. Are you sure? You want to talk to us?
Yeah, you're the first lead I've had in years.
Are you sure this is a lead you want to follow?
If it's gonna stop people from dying over and over again, yeah.
Is it worth your life?
What if it... Yeah.
I didn't go into this thinking about my life, all right? I ain't got nobody. It doesn't matter.
What about Andrea?
She'd be fine. Yeah, no, she
You
wouldn't.
said she
but
was your partner.
She is. But she knows the risks, too. We accepted this knowing the risks. That's why we did it.
Leah, you had a question.
I did, but I'm okay.
The Rangers. What do you know about them?
Most of them are awful son of a bitches, I'll tell you that. Which ones you want to know about? One of many.
Much as you can.
Well,
Everything.
do you not? I mean, if you're confirming information, that's fine. But do you not know about them? Are you hopping
by name?
Oh God!
But nothing else.
Why the fuck are you messing with realities then? If you don't know about them.
Are you sure you're
Sorry.
not messing with reality on purpose? We, frankly, had no intention. We didn't know about other realities until recently because we had no choice. Tim.
Right. Okay. All right. There's 2 groups. They're opposing. All right. Ranges of 1, ranges of many. Ranges of 1. They believe. Well, both of them do, but do you know the idea the universe is dying? That whole thing. It will eventually die. We don't know how long. Eventually, the whole thing's gonna collapse. Lots of different theories. Some are saying it's because there's dark matter increasing because of the branching realities. Some are saying it's just like matter slowly dying off, and once the suns go out, and it's all that sort of thing. More or less, the Rangers are trying to, in one form or another, either slow it or let it do its thing because they don't understand it. Rangers of 1 want one reality to exist, none more. So they are going around taking out in ways they can. I don't know how they do it, but they're either taking out realities entirely or trying to merge them, or I don't know what else. I mean, that's kind of the only thoughts I got there. But the leader, who I wish I knew more about them really, but this Garoon, and they've got like either 2 versions of themselves that kind of lead each organization.
Garoon is the leader of the Rangers.
Pretty much, or at least their god or something. I don't know, but yeah, big fucking figure in the Rangers. But there's 2 of them.
Does this Garoon have any wounds?
I don't know. I know barely anything about them outside of they're wildly powerful. So, you want me to continue?
Yes.
Please.
Rangers are 1 going around trying to close out realities. The idea they have there is if they can close enough realities, they can slow this dark matter, this buildup of bad stuff that will eventually end the universe. So they're trying to prevent it. It might be an extreme measure, but they're trying to prevent it, all right? The other Rangers are many who basically are saying, don't touch it. You touch it, you mess with it, it's gonna make things worse. We don't know what happens when you mess with it. And their Garoons the same idea. The only other thing I've figured out about these Garoons, it's kind of this quantum mechanics, relativity theory, things like that. The whole, do you know what that is? Okay, no, I saw some no's there. That's fine. Basically, if I don't know, say this coffee cup right here. You see this, and you see me pour coffee into this. You know there's coffee in there, right?
Yeah, sure.
Coffee.
Well, I cover it up. Is there still coffee in there?
Unless, well, with your magical capabilities, most likely yes.
No, don't think of it that way. Is there coffee in there? Yes or no?
Yes.
You can't see it, can you? You saw me put it in there, but you can't see it. That's basically the idea. If I look at it, there is coffee there. If I look away, I don't know if there is or is not coffee in there. You can't prove it until you look at it. So, that's the idea that I've got, this theory that these Garoons, if they look at each other, everything's fucked. Everything. They can't look at each other, they can't observe each other, because the moment they do, one of them exists and the other stops. And that's kind of the idea with the Rangers of one. They find a version of themselves and off them. Because there can only be one. This Theo guy was basically doing that, but he was the only one in the first place. All of the other versions of it had died. Because he had fucked up and that was one branch left. He was essentially following the path of the one, whether or not he meant to.
So, if your theory is correct, then how is it this Garoon is an anchor? What makes them so special?
They're trying to get these Rangers to do their dirty work for them. They anchor, they head the whole organization, in theory at least, but there's something about them, that, again, I don't know 100%, that's a problem. It seems like there's something that's woven into them, into the fabric of reality. Okay. But there's two versions. And if something happens to one, I have no idea what will happen to the other. Maybe their goals will achieve, maybe the whole thing collapses, maybe they both disappear and I'm wrong. Because if two things can observe each other at the same time in that relativity, I don't know. Maybe it just explodes.
I suppose you never did ever see him, did you? Looking at Razroth. All right.
Him? Who?
No, that's quite all right. But if that's the case, which ranger is coming for us now?
Oh, that I don't know. My guess is probably the one, because you jumped. And that means you fucked with reality stuff. Well, no, it might be the many too. It could be either. That's the problem. Maybe the many because they don't want you jumping between realities because it fucks with things, but also maybe the one because you're here now and they want to just cut out whatever you came from.
Tim.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll for me? I will do the math myself, so I know you don't have the roll 20 because I didn't want to spoil the players about your arrival.
Yeah, that's all right.
Just go
that's
ahead
all right.
and use the goo to make a random roll, D100.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good. All right, yeah.
Below 44.
Well, that's got a 47.
Okay, so it's partial. Say what you just said, specifically, if you can remember, please. Sorry.
Shit, I don't know if it was the one of the many. If it's the many, it's because they're chasing after you from jumping and they're going to cut the past reality, the other reality you're from. Yeah.
So it's, I think you know this because you've worked with gutter magic before and you've kind of like tried to figure out how things work. But if they're from another reality and whoever wants to collapse the realities together it's easier for them to do the ritual with somebody from the reality right here for them to do it.
Ah, okay.
So
they might try to use them. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, so, as I said, could be one, could be many. The thing is, the many might be coming after you because you fucked with time. Or realities, the space-time, it's kind of all blended. The one might come after you because they might try to use one of you to close your old reality.
Tim?
Yeah.
Do Rangers have a uniform or a symbol?
Yeah. Oh God, it's a tree.
Tree.
But depending on which ranger, it's either I think it's dark on top or dark on bottom with the roots. Oh no, it's the roots on top or roots on bottom. I think. I wish I could remember which one is which. I haven't. Again, I ran into one once, shit myself, and ran. So I didn't get a good look if it was a one or man. I didn't want to talk to the guy.
How do they figure out what reality you're from? How do they know?
I'm from this one.
How would they know where we're from?
Oh. I think it's these. I want to say it's this cods or something.
They already found us.
Oh well, that's fucked.
The man in the alleyway. He's a ranger. I'm sure of it.
Describe him to our guest.
He had a very slender face, sharp chin, piercing eyes. I remember his black pea coat and on the lapel. Same symbol he described. He didn't want to be seen. I could feel it. He was trying to avert my gaze, but...
Yeah, but they can do that. They can kind of slip past your eyes.
Which way was
Do you
his...
remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember what version of the symbol? Tim just said there were two. Titus, do you remember?
No. I don't.
I mean, both are bad news. That's the thing. Both are bad news. You don't know what they're gonna do. Sometimes they'll try to work with you, from what I've heard. Like with the one with this whole ritual circle 4 years ago. He helped. But he wanted... God, was he the one that... No, I don't think he was the one. He might have been a many. I don't
What about
remember.
Pinestadt? Do you know what Pinestadt is?
No, I don't... What? How do you spell that?
Pinestat?
Okay, like the tree and then a statistic?
I guess, yeah.
All right. Thank you. I'll note that. I can look into that later. Here. Can you hold on a second, just real quick? I'm sorry. Yeah. Frank Pinestadt. Look into it. Thanks. Shoot me a text. Yeah, encrypted. Yeah, of course encrypted. Yeah, of course I'm working. Come on, do it. Thank you. Okay, they're looking into it.
Raz, show him that thing you were all doing.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, yes. This poem, actually, do you know what this is? And I will show the poem from the Green quiz with the face that came along with it. I took a picture of it.
Is that from that Garoon Institute website?
They found it at the Pinestadt. It was there on the machines they had.
Oh, there he is. He worked fast. This Pinestadt's owned by Richard Garoon. Okay, that's fun.
Rather on the nose.
Yeah, a little bit. I thought Garoon was a lady. No? Okay.
When I need to ask, I guess above table, because I believe we all heard Garoon, or at least everyone who was around when we first heard Garoon did. Was that a woman's voice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing... Oh, okay. So Tim rolled a 35. Anybody who wants to, when they hear the name Richard Garoon, can go ahead and roll for me. It'll be either some sort of magic roll would be best, but you can also roll something else if you would prefer a different kind of an answer. Itis, Raz, and a little bit Vega. I don't know how you know this, but that's a trick to get you to say the name out loud. And it is on the website as well. Here, you too.
Tim, it's best you don't say that name again after you leave this room.
Like ever.
God damn, okay. No, yeah, Trick gave me a lot of warnings of the whole name is power thing. They found a creature that they ended up making giant at one point. Nickname of James. Apparently it died. It was real sad, I guess. This Lilith lady was real upset about it. Anyway. I say I didn't use the name that time, not that it matters, the thing's dead, but... Yeah, alright, I'll take your word for it.
Do you know of a Leah that resides here?
A Leah? Like King Lear? Like from Shakespeare?
There was a king called Leah? Here?
He was Shakespeare.
Yeah, back in like the 1600s or something. So like 400 plus years ago. 1800, 1600, whatever it was, doesn't matter. It's a play. It's a play.
So he wasn't real.
We're aware of what plays are.
No, he wasn't real. No. No, I think that's the only one I could think of. Unless do you have a full name? I could have my guy look into it.
No. This play, what was it about?
God. You think I paid attention to lit?
You know what? It's fine. I'll Google it.
We can go it, yeah.
Google. It's Google. It's Google. People are gonna start, if you do magic around people and start talking about goo, they're really gonna think you're a pornomancer.
Okay.
He has a point.
Okay, we're getting so. Do you want to tell me where did you come from?
I look to Lear.
I wave a pizza slice and shrug. I look to Vega.
How do we know we can trust you?
And you can't, just as I couldn't know you. I gave what I was able to do, just to, at least as a kind of an olive branch sort of thing, but...
Why have you inserted yourself into this?
I've told you my name. My name is Tim McLaughlin. There is no middle name. You could have my hair, my blood. Do you want some blood? I've got a wound already. I could easily do that. I know that's powerful.
Why you? Why did you insert yourself into this?
People are dying.
But why you? Why are you alone in this? If people are dying and it's so obvious, then why haven't you got an army behind you trying to stop this? Why is it only
because
you?
It's
why
not
are you alone?
obvious. It's hidden. When a reality cuts, no one knows.
So then why was no one else
gone.
believed you?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Why has no one else believed you? How are you the only person who can see
You sound fucking insane when you say it. Magic's not a thing here. People don't believe in it. It doesn't have that much power.
We met quite a powerful magic user from here.
They are around, but they hide. Because if they're known, the people will freak out. Think of it, if you're the only person that can do magic in a town and you do it, what are they gonna think of you? They're gonna kill you. Because that's what our past was. We did this before. Whether they were real or not, we did this. Where I'm from, it was well known. If you were a witch, you died. And they killed a lot of people that weren't witches. It's not a thing here, so no one believes me if I try to tell them, and I don't. I work with the people that know it's real, and I go from there.
And I presume you're from this reality, Tim?
Yes, I am. Born and raised.
How do you know?
I suppose I can't know, but I didn't do crazy, giant, powerful magic that's gonna trip off and show literally everyone where you are. Think, if I can find this, who can find you?
Well, apparently other pornomancers.
Were you
witness
rangers.
Yes, no, but were you there to witness the ritual that Theo?
Yes and no. Not Theo's, but Adisa's. There was this, what dragged me into this when I was just a regular old investigator. Well, regular, that was a pretty damn good one. But when I was an investigator, we called it beetling. Their life force was being sucked out in a ritual, an ecstasy ritual of some kind, which was fucked up, but where they basically, their entire body bent backwards. They stayed alive.
And
it was to fuel.
To this was done by Theo, which caused the time loop you spoke of.
I mean, kind of. He apparently fucked up a ritual. There was a ritual circle that was done that this Adis was trying to gather power, and he did a symbol wrong. He didn't have the full picture, and that's what caused the loop rather than a power gathering of some kind. The beetling was for the power gathering, as I was able to piece together with Trick. Because they didn't know about that shit. Well, no, one of them apparently sort of did, but because they were a nurse at one time, and anyway.
I turned to the rest of the group. We could see what he remembers and see if any of us have done anything similar. What he's describing doesn't ring a bell for me, but
Wait.
The more we know of the original ritual, the more we might know of what we did that was apparently similar.
Oh god, what was it? There was one thing that Trick said he caught. No, it wasn't. I know he caught Theo doing a thing. He used his own blood, and he carved that symbol he had eventually in his hand, apparently. But he would carve that symbol of Aether at a crossroads in Athmore. And that apparently was one of the triggers for this ritual, because it was a part of the greater circle magic, or whatever the fuck.
Everything he's describing, can we gauge or figure out who might have cast a spell with similar flavor, for lack of a term, to this?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll.
No, 92 failure.
Yeah. Irfir, are you paying attention at all, or are you somewhere else?
Sort of half paying attention, I think.
Okay, then you can go ahead and roll. Kind of like passive.
Anything?
Anything you want, divination, any form of magical knowledge.
29 success.
Wow, you and Vega. Yeah, when he's describing this kind of like time loop, and it's this state of superposition that you just did, Irfir. But you didn't need to do a ritual, you didn't need blood, you didn't need any of that. You just did it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The whole thing's a farce. What is a farce?
Did you say that
out loud? Out loud, I'm speaking to the witch.
the witch.
Or whatever she is.
I'm not aware of any of us casting any spells that sound similar to that, Tim.
Because we don't need to.
I mean, it was... My alarms triggered, but it wasn't a ritual. That I do know. They had to do a ritual, and maybe you said... It was a little insulting, but you said, like, my magic was nothing.
Yeah.
So whatever reality you came from, magic is way more active than here. So maybe you don't need to go through and use blood and true names and all this shit in
And
order
this Theo,
to...
he came from this reality?
Yeah, well, no. He came from a reality 233, I think, ago. He was hopping.
Right. I have an important question for you, Tim.
Sure. Shoot.
What are you trying to save? This reality or all realities?
Just trying to save lives.
No,
Everything.
that didn't answer the question.
As much as I can, at least this one where I am, where everyone I know is, but if I could save more, I'll try. I don't have a lot, that's the problem.
What if you had to sacrifice this reality for every other reality? Could you do that?
No. God, no. I'm not gonna kill my friends, my family. Well, not family, but I'm not. Why would I? Would you do that for your own? Yeah, your silence speaks well. No, I would not sacrifice everyone I know to save others I don't. I would try to save both. And yes, I know that's sometimes impossible. You can't have your cake and eat it, but if I didn't try, then be worthless.
This whole time I've just been glancing at Leah.
But, the people in the other realities, they're also the ones you love. They're the same.
Yes and no. They are and they're not. It's a whole metaphysical idea. Because not each reality has the same soul or whatever, do they? The memories aren't the same, the experiences aren't the same. That's why there's branches. They're not the same
Someone's
person.
Memories. Does that create their value?
It creates who they
Them
are.
being identical?
There's another me may have made a different choice. That's not me. That's someone else. We just happen to share the same DNA. We look the same. We're not the same.
Are you sure?
Pretty damn sure, yeah. Otherwise, why would it matter if all the others destroyed? Gone. If you're all the same, end them all, keep one. Why would it matter?
Okay.
I look to Lear.
I think I notice Vega and Jude's passing glances, but in this moment I don't think I can reciprocate. I feel as if maybe perhaps in this particular moment I, for the first time in a while, I'm out of place. I think it's a passing feeling, but it's there. Because I'm not sure what they think. Because if I'm not from where they're from, if I'm a Leah from somewhere else, if Vega is prepared only to save Din and not the universe, who am I to her? Who are they to me? But I think all there is just silence from me as I fail to meet their gaze and look at the new stranger again.
I turn to Arufir. So it seems like people are coming for us. Do we want to prepare? Run? You said you wanted to wait for... We've been making moves and not really going anywhere. Now things seem to be happening to us. Do you want to prepare for that? Is that the thing you're hoping for?
Prepare. Prepare for what? This person shows up on our doorstep and tells us all this information, and we're just going to accept everything that's being said from this one person at this point, this juncture, this whole thing, the pizza, the drink. Oh, ooh, do you think that's air that you're breathing? How can we trust anything?
We can't. Honestly, at this point, after everything I've learned about my universe, our universe, and now the many others that seem to exist, I don't know if I can trust anything.
Then what are you preparing for?
Everything. Anything, nothing. Whether or not we believe what's happening, things are happening to us.
And you're going to sharpen a sword, weave a spell sign, shore up the doors. There's nothing we can do to prepare. There's nothing we can do at all.
I don't believe
now
that.
We can listen to this man, we can run around and try and gather all of this information, only to find out we've been working right into the arms of our enemy. Perhaps that's what they want us to do. Perhaps listening to this person and following his lead is exactly what leads us all to our deaths.
And on equal terms, maybe you thinking this way, exactly what they want. To trust nothing, even the trustworthy. To give up and be easy to pick off when they do arrive, if they do arrive. If you're willing to give everything else that's weight or lack of, then doing nothing should have equal weight or lack of.
Yes, I suppose you're right, but I'm tired.
I'm not turning to you because I think you know everything. I've never done that, Arufa, and I hope you know that that's not the case. At least to me, you're not the great apprentice Arufa. You're Arufa, the boy who could barely hold a sword and shield when we were young. I'm just asking what you want to do because whatever we do, I'm hoping we do it together.
Yes. I share your sentiment, at least in that. But hopefully we can do all of this together. What that is, I'd rather trust your judgment than my own. So, how do you think we should prepare?
I think everyone trusts the information we've gotten. We need more information. So instead of running, I think we prepare and lay a trap of some kind for this ranger and use them to pry any information we can and figure out what exactly is going on, or at the very least what they think is going on. It's clear enough for them to work on, so maybe be enough for us to work on.
Might I interject here real quick? Again, I get what you're saying, Mr. Apprentice or whatever. The magic communities here, from everything I've learned, are a little different, apparently, from what you're talking about. As I mentioned, magic is not a thing here. Not seen, at least. You do shit like what you did, people like me can find you with not ill intentions, but more than likely, it will not be me. It will be rangers, maybe. But it also might be others that are powerful, looking to take your power. Because power here comes at a cost.
Yes.
You can't just...
From where we're from.
Well, there you go. And if magic was lacking where you're from, would you go to others who have it and take it from them? Because that's what they do here. So you mentioned me not saying certain names. Everyone here goes by a title, an alias, in the magic community. You don't use your name. And if you don't have those, I've heard you say a couple of names around, and you don't need to tell me the rest of them, it's fine. But don't use them anymore. You're someone else now. Because if you get found by someone, at least you can be like, oh, I'm the paramour, I'm, I don't know, sunglasses man, whatever. It doesn't matter, but it can't be you.
If
then you'll be...
Case, then did you not break your... Did you not break this cardinal rule of yours already, entering this place and telling us your name?
Trust. I have nothing. This is the first lead. I needed to do something. If it ended my life, at least Andrea would know where to look next. I took a risk. It was calculated.
Trust.
What's your title?
Paranormal investigator, I guess. That sounds a little cheesy, I'm aware. I don't really have a title. Oh, you mean the secret name? Detective.
Yes.
Detective.
Okay.
Nothing more. Simple, easy. There's probably others, which is why I use it.
Are you given a name, or do you come up with it yourself?
Me, I came up with it. You can come up with it. You can come up with someone else's too if you want. It does have a little power on its own, bear in mind. It's just not the same.
Everything comes at a cost.
Right.
Hey,
and
Tim.
what if you were to draw from something that doesn't exist?
How would you draw from something that doesn't exist?
Simple creation.
That breaks the laws of matter, so I'm not sure how that would work. How can you create that which doesn't exist? You have to take it from somewhere. So where are you taking it from? I think you do. It's just a matter of where. This trick
this is
fellow.
based on your understanding of magic.
Yeah, and talking with those who do understand magic better than I. But I could be wrong. It's just, how do you take something from nothing? It has to... maybe what you take ends up leaving the absence, and then you have nothing as a result. You just didn't see what you took. So you're observing... It's that whole thing of the observation. You look at it... It's not there, but it was there when you weren't looking at it. You're able to draw from it, take it, you look where you took it from, it's not there. That does kind of track, admittedly, with the G person. It's not that there's nothing, it's that there was something, you just looked at it.
You ever heard of the name Kenneth Bentley?
Kenneth Bentley?
Tim.
Let me... Yeah, 29.
Oh, yeah, you're watching him. Don't know how he's related to it, but he goes to work at a building, but you don't know who he works for.
Yeah.
He actually lives in this apartment building on the 52nd floor. That may be wrong. I'm going on memory. Let me just double check.
I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure I remember who that is.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, I do know. He lives in this building. It's a weird coincidence. 52nd floor. I know where he works. I don't know who he works for, though. I've been watching him. I'm not entirely sure how he's involved, but he's got... He's something. He's somewhat involved, this Bentley fella.
in this building?
Yeah, floor 52. I don't know what room. I know he's on the 52nd floor, though. That was as good as I could get without him noticing me.
He is the powerful magic user I mentioned.
Oh.
He was able to counteract something I had caused with ease, and apparently without realizing he did it.
That is... Well, I'll put it this way. It's very rare to find someone like that here. The fact that he even showed himself to you is impressive. Huh. Look. I know where I'm going next. It's the rabbit. The lucky rabbit. And I know where it can show up in 4 separate places in the city. And I was just maybe hoping you might know where it might be next. I need to... I know it's in between... At least it was described as a place in between realities, more or less. You can get where you need to go when you go there. And I figured that's my best lead. Unless I'm... Is that wrong? Is there, like, can you confirm? Again, I just know of the damn place.
Yes, I have a few more questions for you, Tim.
Yeah.
You seem to have nailed it down to 4 locations.
Yeah.
And in the, 4 years you've been searching, you haven't been able to catch it in any of them?
I've seen it. But I wasn't able to... It moved before I could get to it.
Do you know why it seems to be avoiding you?
No. Probably because I'm trying to look for it is my only guess. The whole observing thing. I'm looking at it, therefore it's not there. It's been observed. I want to say... I think Trick said once you get in, you can always go in. However, a lot of the time you have to be invited. You can see it if you're not a rabbit, which is the phrase for people who can't do any magic, which is most people.
And how do you get an invite?
You work with other people who can do magic. Who happen to have been in there. It's kind of the whole, you know somebody and then they know somebody and it kind of loops down for generations. Yeah. Trick and Lilith didn't get me in.
Who got you in?
No one. That's the problem. No one got me in. But I think I could get answers if I can get there.
Can I freeze time in the room?
You can certainly try. Go ahead and roll.
Do I have any sort of shift?
Yeah.
Wand.
Yeah, you can have a
Staff.
plus 10 because you, yeah. Oh, but aren't you using the screwdriver as well as a focus? I know that sounds really stupid, but you have decided that this is a tool to help you, correct? This is a wand?
Why not?
You can have plus 20 then, yeah. Because you've got your actual wand and then you've got this one that you have determined is now your focus.
2.
Holy shit! Time stops.
I take a moment to just breathe. Have I stopped time in the room or everywhere?
I'll let you decide. 2 is incredibly good. You are powerful enough to stop time everywhere. I'm using air quotes for those listening. But also it's controlled enough. Like, it's such a good roll that if all you wanted was to stop time right here, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long can I stop time for?
Rolled a 2, so, how about this? In this reality, if you only want to affect this spot, you can hold it for longer. If you're affecting multiple, it will be shorter.
How long will it take me to conjure to conjure a little bit of energy from everything. Ever.
Roll again for me.
What would you like me to roll?
Depends on how you're doing it. Is it conjuration?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
divination first to locate your source, and then conjuration.
37 on the divination.
Right.
I don't actually have conjuration, so I'll do summoning, I assume.
Yeah, it's the same thing, sorry.
64.
Is this something that you are going to be doing passively?
If I can't do it here at this point, I'm going to go somewhere where I can.
Yeah. Well, I think you can. Clearly, you've rolled a success, but I'm wondering if you're going to sit down and meditate on this and only this, or if this is something that you want to be doing over the next, I don't know, however many hours it takes.
Well, that's why I wanted to know how long it would take and how long I've frozen time for.
Yeah, roll a D100. This will be how many hours it will take you. I don't know what it is you're trying to do. 60 hours.
59?
Yeah.
660.
Yeah.
60
Like,
hours.
how much energy are you trying to get?
Well, I have no way of calculating that for you.
Yeah, I also have no way of calculating how many realities or worlds you're pulling from. So it depends on, like...
It's all of them. Every
Right,
single
okay.
one of them. Even the ones that are gone.
But it's like, oh, even the ones that are gone. Jesus, okay. That's very difficult for me to calculate. And is it like, what, 1 second? One, like, minuscule drop of water from each place?
I want essentially one thread from everything. Every single thing ever.
I don't know if you can do that. I mean, you can do that, but can you do that?
Who's stopping me?
No one is stopping you, but it's powerful. Like,
So why can't I do it?
everything comes at a cost. So what are you willing to give up for that? Or
I'm not.
You're not giving up anything.
I'm proving not everything comes at a cost.
Oh no, everything comes at a cost.
Okay, if you say so.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't be done. So it's irrelevant. So I don't. So that's the answer I get. Everything comes at a cost, no matter what. That is the flat law of everything.
You may roll. And if you
What?
roll 3 or lower, I'll let you do it. But yes, that is usually the law. Even if you don't see it, it comes from somewhere. A result is paid. What? Oh, you rolled 1, you motherfucker. Jesus Christ, you scared the shit out of me. No.
You asked me to roll a 3 or lower, so I rolled a 1.
Yeah, no. You have to actually roll your dice, you lunatic. You can't just roll a 1 and scare the living bejesus out of all of us.
I rolled a D1.
I know. There's only one answer. You can't do that. That's cheating.
Is it? You asked me to do something and I did it.
Yeah. Roll a D100. Roll your roll. Your magic, whatever. Not just a flat D100. It's very
Not
good,
a
though.
flat D100.
Yeah. Use your whatever magic you want to use. Jesus Christ. I actually thought you did that. And I was like, holy fuck.
I don't want to use my own magic, but...
Oh.
What?
You don't want to use your own magic. Whose magic do you want to use?
No, you're right. I do. I want to use my own magic, but I want it to only be my own magic.
Okay.
But that doesn't exist yet.
Not yet. Would you like it to? Or are you going to try to do that now?
Exactly what I'm trying to do, but you just told me it's not possible.
It's not quite the same thing.
And in order to get an answer, I have to rely on the system that exists that I don't trust.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't rely on myself.
So
If
who
I can't
can you rely on?
myself, no one.
No one. I think we said earlier you could make a roll each day or each session, right?
Mm-hmm.
To do a thing. Did you want to do that right now?
I'm going beyond that.
I know that's what you're saying that you're doing. All right.
I mean, I can try and do that.
You're trying to become your own power source, correct? You're trying to become your own element, right? You're trying to become magic itself in a way, if I understand correctly.
Not quite.
Explain it to me then.
Space is not actually empty.
Right.
It's full of stuff. My initial suspicions was that the dread magic pulls from a place of nothingness, this just vacuum. But to pull from nothing is laughable. And this, you want to reduce all these worlds to nothing for some reason, whereas we're trying to preserve them.
Roll a 1d2. Sorry to interrupt you. This will determine how I answer the rest of this conversation. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Which means your magic pulls from nothing, but mine shall pull from everything. So if you exist, I exist. And if you get to pull magic your way and you get to have your rules and your laws, then I get to pull magic my way, using my rules and my laws. So if I can pull one strand from everything and weave it, a line from every school of magic, every heart, a little bit of every moment in time, a little snippet from every soul, your magic would be the sum of nothing, and then my magic will be everything.
How were you born?
I suspect I don't know yet. And it probably hasn't happened yet.
Not yet.
But then that's what creation is, which is my initial point here. Is that creation is to make something out of nothing. It is nothing, existence.
Pause for a second. The rest of you come back. Does anybody have a rumor that you've heard about Irafir that might be potentially related to this?
I very purposely dismissed any rumors, so...
Okay.
At the very least, Razov doesn't remember any.
I once heard a rumor that Eru was never born at all. He just was.
I've heard that rumor.
Anybody
You called
else?
him an apprentice, so I thought he was a Sith.
Of course, that makes sense. Anybody else hear this rumor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard the rumor, Airfear?
Of course, yes.
What did you think about it?
I've heard a lot of rumors.
What do you think about this one in particular?
Well, part of that rumor was that I was born of nothing, and there was another twisted version of it where I was born from a monster. And I remember having a mother, so I assume that not to be true, but then what are memories? I wasn't present, so
You go ahead and roll one more time for me. Summoning. You can have a +10 shift.
+51.
Okay. Thank you. We may resume the conversation.
I have nothing more to say to you.
Okay.
I'm working on this spell.
Okay.
For 59 hours at least.
Okay.
Does the time freeze for 59 hours as far as I'm
You
concerned?
rolled a 2, yeah. I'd say that it does. Does it stop for everyone, or are you in a state of superposition? Where you are existing and present with them for the next 60 hours, but really you're doing something else?
No, ideally I'd like to stop everything.
You rolled a 2. I think as far as you're concerned, this has happened.
Okay. So once I conjure everything that I need, conjure something from everything, divine something from everything, and then weave everything into existence, do I create a new school of magic?
I feel like you can't roll summoning for this. It's gotta be something else, right? Because you're trying to do something new.
Yeah.
So roll a flat D100. $84.
That's a success.
Is it?
Why isn't it?
I don't think you actually believe you can do this. I think you're waiting for me to tell you no. No. I rolled a 66. It's better than yours. Doubles.
84 is a larger number.
Doesn't matter.
Doubles don't mean anything. We invented that. You have no power here, if I did it. This was the test. It was yours. I shall call it plenum.
Oh my, PB.
Domestic Dan.
Domestic Dan!
Hello. I am here.
Oh my god.
I knew someone was going to arrive because me and Biz were messaging that the Roll20 was moved up too high on the screen.
Oh.
I knew something was up. I was like, did she just leave that there from John? And I was like, wait, that was 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks ago, yeah.
It can't be what it was.
Maybe just wrote that down and was like, create new overlay.
What?
To
No, that's
fake
where
out
you
the
normally
players.
are, Brad. You're normally right where he is. You're normally there, and
Right.
Faye's where
Is it-
you
is
are.
it- I don't always have the player going, so I usually only see our version of it. But I had it going this week because we watched the pizza intro.
Well, you deduced correctly. I am indeed here.
Mm-hmm.
He's here. Yeah, man. I wish that we could trust you.
Totally reasonable.
Yeah.
Totally reasonable.
It's such a classic Dan position as well to be thrown in.
Jude.
And it's like, we want to trust this guy, but yeah.
Dan put that character. Good old Tim McLaughlin.
Yeah.
We've seen him before.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Oh
having
my god.
me.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Thank you. It was also super last minute.
I think we planned this out at was it 2:30 Eastern?
Yep. It was supposed to be. Well, listen, because it was supposed to be another week, and then we had a player down, so I was like, "It's now. I hope you're ready."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Had to
Boy,
remember
were you
all
ready.
Of,
And he made
Remember all
pizza,
the lore from
motherfucker.
years ago? Yeah,
he made it in like 30 minutes. I was like, "Can you order a pizza?" And he's like,
my
"No, but I
God.
can make some pizza bagels." Which is why I was like, "Somebody order pizza bagels, please."
Order pizza bagels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah, so good. Dan, shout out so people know where to
Hi.
find you.
I'm Domestic Dan. You can find me at Domestic Dan. I do lifestyle variety broadcasting and tabletop RPGs and all sorts of things. I'm on 100 Club as Barry and other stuff. So thanks for having me. Always happy to dive in with almost no knowledge of what's going on in that moment exactly, and just
To be honest, you killed
reading
it.
and
Unbelievably.
Fucking destroyed it, dude.
Character.
Dude, the
good.
coffee,
Insane.
the coffee, like if I'm looking at it and blah, 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 so good. So good.
Yeah.
But
Beautiful.
yeah, thank you for having me. That's it. That's all I got. I've got nothing.
Merc, you're
it
up.
was great.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No.
What?
The rules
Okay,
are all broken now.
hi.
That's not how it works.
There's no order. Hi, I am Mirggles. Today was incredible. Dan, thanks so much for coming. I knew, listen, here's what happened. I knew, because I watched the intros, and I was like, wait a minute, that's Dan, for sure. And I was like, but she wouldn't. No, because it's probably, there's no one else. The Roll20, it's fine. Really? And then it happened, and I was like, woo! And I had to just keep myself together, dude. It was crazy. Anyway, such a thrill to be here with you. You can come check me out on my channel, Mirggles.tv. Who cares? Thank you for having me. Bye.
I will go. Hi, I'm Drak, or Drakoniques. You can find me on Twitter at Drakoniques. That's DRAKONIQUES. Just follow me there to figure out what I'm doing at any given moment. Dan, it was incredible. I'll be honest, there was definitely a point where like, should I just like fight this person? I don't trust him. Just shut up at our apartment.
Could have happened. I have a gun. I don't know.
Yeah. I was prepared in the event that happened, but I'm glad it didn't. I thought it was very
you
cool.
just shot us all, and that was the end.
Bye. Now my investigation's over.
But you know, it was a lot of fun playing with you. It was a lot of fun, like subtly insulting your capability for magic.
Oh, it was so good.
Was nice. that was fun. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm curious to see what happens from here, especially with whatever the fuck Brad just did. I'm personally don't even know if Brad knows what Brad just did.
I don't know exactly. No. I was also running. I was literally running a test that was the most meta test.
Yep.
Ever, but it's exactly how I imagine. But I also I don't know.
Very Rufy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like. I'm thinking about how I can say this. I just have a couple of things that if you say them, I just throw everything out and go, yeah, okay. And you did it. You had the conversation with me where you're like, no, none of this matters. None of these rules matter. So I'm like, well, fuck. You know, same thing happened in Gone, just different. It's like, okay,
yeah, it is
I gotta
similar.
fucking throw it out the window then. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I know what you've done.
Speaking of, I'll throw it over to Brad.
Yeah.
I know what I was trying to do, and I feel like, yeah, it's similar to an event that happened in Gone as well, but like I kind of I was sat there with Erufir, and he was like, "This guy has a plan, or either he's not." Or nothing is real, or we're being played, or, you know, if someone is out there with this level of power and this guy, everything he's saying is true, then that's one thing. If not, then how would we ever know anything? And I feel like the only way that Erufir would ever be able to trust anything is if he just tore down the walls and that was it. You know, he needs to destroy everything because he needs to be the one that created it. Almost like it's slightly different to Gone, but I don't want to spoil Gone because I know how that went as well, obviously. But yeah, so that approach, like, it's the only way I think I can even imagine Erufir going forward and being able to try. Like, even if we all rode off next week and saved the day, I don't think Erufir would believe it.
Yeah.
You would think he was still in the dream, you know, still in the Matrix, he has to break out of it. Morpheus. It's the smell. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know exactly what I've done either, because I don't 100% know the rules and the law and the laws. So I'm hoping that Erufir just smashed through it all, but he probably killed himself, so we'll find out next week. He probably just destroyed, they probably just disintegrated in front of everybody and they all forgot they even exist.
Or you
so
created yourself.
Or I created myself, and through creating myself I created Plenum, and if he did that, then maybe he can continue.
That's why you weren't born.
That's the rumor, yeah.
Plenum's his mom's name.
I did suspect that maybe Garoon was my mum for a moment, and that's why one is one thing and Era is the other, and that's the thing there. So I don't know. I have no idea. Something I also don't have any idea about is how to run a Star Wars game, but I am running one on Sundays on Table Story if you want to watch that. New show called Rise of the Apprentice. We did the first episode on Sunday just gone, so you can catch up on that one if you want to watch it. It's an interesting system that none of us know how to play or the rules of, including me, and also it's in the Star Wars setting, which means I need to be an encyclopedic knowledge of Star Wars, which I'm not. So tune into that one on Sundays. And that's my shout out, and it's now Johnny's turn.
Today I would have entitled the episode that I have in my notes, "Are We the Problem?" This is the first time as protagonist that I've really, like, the whole show's been about questioning reality and whatnot. And this was the first time for me as a character where I'm like, are these bad guys the bad guys, or are we the bad guys? And is Theo Ransom a bad guy? Like, are we the people messing up time right now? Like, are we just those meddling kids from Scooby-Doo that are making reality collapse on itself? It'd be really nice if Domestic Dan could make, like, a bad character just one time. Like, from the first 3 words, I was like, it's Dan, and I could not hold any sort of poker face. So there's that. Yeah, and kind of like what Brad was saying, it's been really cool to play this, for me, for Titus, to play the Golden Retriever optimist to the point where it's like, if this isn't real, at least I get to eat pizza in an apartment with my friends before I get teleported back to hell. Like, and that's where I'm at as the character. I'm JohnnyBlamz. I play Pretend Cowboys over on my channel with a lot of other people from this cast. You can find me there. I'm going to toss it over to my Shank bro, Myre.
Hi. Shank bro. All right then. Hi, my name is Myre. I played Leah today, and what an episode it was. So much stuff happened, and well, I ate pizza, lots of it. I'm in like a pizza kind of haze right now. I have to rewatch what happened today because, like, once I finished that pizza, everything went over. Everything's gone. 100%. But you can find me at twitch.tv/Myre, where we do gaming news and like a lot of wild RP stuff in the evenings as well as shanking people in Dark and Darker with Johnny. We've been doing that. It's been a lot of fun too. Otherwise, here on Table Story, I'm here on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, the day after Wednesday. And yeah, so like for this, for Spellwind, and for Ashes of Eriador. And yeah, that's me. The other Leah. Leah.
Hello. Hi. I am sick. Sorry, I spent most of this episode sneezing, trying to make sure I'm muted the whole time. So sorry about that. I also broke my heart a little bit hearing Leah's interpretation of Vega's hesitation to the whole realities question. So I hope we can explore that a little bit more because I think that's very interesting. But yeah, very cool episode. Very cool. Very awesome. Very nice. I'm Leah. Twitch.tv/Leah sometimes. Drak.
Drac went. Hi.
He's gone already? See, I'm sick. I don't know. Who's not gone? Who's not gone?
I think that's it.
PB.
Everyone's gone. PB.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Thank you for watching.
Kingmakers not gone?
Yep. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week. That's all I got. Love you. Rate and review the podcast.